So I decided to take a week off of social media, and I never thought that this would change my life so much. It sounds crazy to say that, but when you're constantly on your phone, from picking it up first thing in the morning to putting it down right before you close your eyes to go to sleep at night, it's just always a part of your constant daily life. I am constantly bombarded with people's opinions, the news going on, and so many other things. And when you finally step away from that, you realize that you're finally getting your life back. And so I decided to take a week off of social media to see how it would affect me, to see how it would change me. For the entire 17 years of being on social media, I've never taken a break. And this is exactly how that went. Okay, so it's been an entire day since I have deleted all of my social media. What I have been finding so far is that I have so much more accessible time. So I didn't actually realize how much time I was filling with just checking my social media or just checking Instagram. There's times in my day where I literally will get all my chores done, my daily chores that I do. I'll get them done. I'm not feeling frazzled. I'm not feeling rushed. I'm not feeling stressed. And I'll get them done. And then I'm like, what should I do with my time now? It's very interesting how I find when I'm just scrolling on social media, I just lose track of time so much more. It's so easy to just sit down for half an hour and for just that time to be basically wasted. And now I feel like I'm using it to be productive. I feel like my house is cleaner just in the past day. I feel like I've tidied up a lot more. I've gotten so much more things done. And one thing also is that I'm less irritable. I'm not as anxious. I don't have this constant need to feel like I need to create content or even just be present on social media. So that's also a big thing that I've noticed. And that's just in one day. I can't imagine what the rest of the week is gonna be like. It's hard. I've definitely felt tempted to go onto my phone and check. So I've picked up my phone and gone to go check social media and it's just not there. And I'm like, oh man, you totally have that, you're just programmed now to just go to social media when you're bored. And I feel in some ways I am missing out, just that FOMO feeling, right? Things are going on, I wanna know about them, I wanna be connected. And I think that's another thing too, as a stay-at-home mom, is that I use social media to feel connected with the outside world as well, and with people that are in my life. So there's that too. And I'm not saying social media is a bad thing, and I'm not doing this experiment because it's bad, but I've noticed just in myself, how it's just been affecting me in my relationships and just my mental health and all that stuff. So I've already noticed a good change, and I'm looking forward to setting some really good boundaries when I get back. But overall, that's my update for day one. I think it's going well so far. I don't really know what to do with my time, and I've even started to read, which I've always felt like I haven't had enough time to do that. So that's pretty crazy. So anyway, I will update you guys tomorrow on day number 2. Hi guys, so it is day 2, and I can definitely say that things are getting a little bit easier for me, not to just gravitate towards my phone. I feel like I just have so much more time to do things, and I feel like I'm also just cleaning a lot more. I'm filling that time that I would be on my phone with things that are productive. I don't feel like the house is in a huge disarray, which is very nice. So it's crazy. Usually on Sundays, I usually get my average screen time for the week and how much I spent. And last week I averaged 3.5 hours a day on my phone, and most of that is Instagram. So from going from 3.5 hours of the day on social media to none, it's pretty crazy. So I do feel I'm a lot more present in the moment. Yeah, just feeling so much better about life and realizing that I just need better boundaries when it comes to being on my phone, and that I don't need to be on it all the time, and I'm not missing out if I don't check it every 5 seconds. So anyways, that's day 2. Did a lot of playing outside today, which was really nice. It's one of the last really nice days until it starts to get really cold, and we just have been enjoying a lot of really good family time. So anyway, that's day 2, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Okay, so we are now on to day 3 of no social media, and this is what I've been finding even just today. Basically what I've been finding, I basically had this like big talk with my husband last night. Just in the past 2 days without it, and now 3, I find that I'm just allowing myself to actually rest and actually be at peace. Like, I don't have all these other opinions and just what everyone else is doing like in my head all the time. And I just feel like my mind is so much more clear and just quiet, if that makes sense. I am definitely less irritable when it comes to just with everything. And I feel like too, especially with my kids, I just feel like I have the capacity to be there for my kids when they need me. And I'm definitely a lot more patient. And I was saying to my husband, like, I'm not just thinking about how I need to show up, not only just for my family, for my kids, but for just people on social media and people that I interact with on a daily basis, because there is that pressure to show up and to be creative, come up with new ideas, have, you know, ideas for content all the time. And when you're constantly just like having to push yourself mentally in that area alone, just not even just with content creation, but just having everyone's opinions about everything all the time in front of you, it's just really not healthy. So I'm finding that this break has been absolutely essential for me. And I actually haven't looked at it once since I stopped 3 days ago. And I honestly don't even really pick up my phone. Like, I'm not tempted to look at it. I don't even really touch my phone unless I hear that I have a text message. Overall, I think it's going really well. And if you haven't done something like this before, I highly encourage you to. It's just been awesome so far. My husband even said to me yesterday, "You just seem happier." And that made me really happy to hear that. So here we are on day 5. It actually started snowing yesterday, and now it's like a full-on like blizzard today. There's so much snow. So I've been basically just playing outside and shoveling all morning with the kids in the snow. So that is why we are looking like this right now, which is totally fine. But what I wanted to kind of mention, what I had talked about yesterday, was that I thought that I had a busier life because I was always on social media, and yes, like I do it for work, but like just the endless scrolling, like apart from actually doing like work stuff, I thought I had a busier life. But I feel like now without it, I have basically gotten like my life back, if that makes sense. Finally feel like I have time for like reading, cleaning, like preparing for my day. Like, I would grab my phone first thing in the morning, I would grab my phone and look at it for like a good 20 minutes. But it's like I could be using that time to get ready for the day, to get dressed, to come out into the kitchen and like get breakfast ready for the kids. Like, I could do that before picking up my phone. But because like I've been so addicted for so long, like I immediately feel like I need to check. So even just little things like that, I feel like I've gotten a lot of my time back. And then also another thing that I've been noticing is that I am comparing myself to others less. Obviously, because I don't have that in my face right now. Since I am a stay-at-home mom, like I find social media has just definitely played a part into not only comparing my life and what I'm doing as a mom or just as a person to other moms, but it also has brought me to a place of feeling like, oh, I need to be doing more. I need to be buying that thing, or I don't have enough. And just like having those feelings, I don't really have them. Not having someone say like, oh, this is a great thing that I found, and then be like, wow, like I really want that, because it's just not there right now. So even so, like I'm not comparing myself as much, but I'm also not spending as much money. So that's also been a plus, is that I just don't feel the need to like buy things I see. So that's been crazy, and I just feel like more confident in myself, not just as a mom, but as a person. Like I feel like the decisions I'm making, I feel like I just have a lot more self-confidence in them, because I'm not constantly comparing those decisions to what everyone else is doing. And obviously you want to be a good mom, you want to be a good parent, but when you're constantly comparing yourself to others, it's just not healthy. So I probably say, like I've said in the previous days, is that I just feel more at peace. And even when my husband said like, you just seem happier, like that is like the biggest thing, that if I could take away from one thing, is that is what I'm going to take away from this, is that I have been happier. So now I'm thinking, what can I do to set better boundaries going back into having social media again, starting back up in the next like 2 days here. You know, so I'm excited for the future and just having a better balance with it and not feeling like I need to be on it all the time and not feeding that addiction that I was just so like all consumed with. So anyway, that's what I'm finding on day 4 and 5. And I'm looking forward to getting back, but also so thankful for this week. It's been amazing. All right, we are here on day 6. This is now my last kind of day without social media until I reinstall it tomorrow. I'm feeling a lot of like mixed feelings about it. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm hoping to set better boundaries now going back into reinstalling the apps after a week without. And I feel energized. I feel like I have a better perspective on things when it comes to social media, when I should be on my phone, when I should be, you know, doing work on it, when I should just be leaving it alone. My life has been so at peace this last week. I didn't look at it once at all. And I'm so proud of myself in that, because I honestly thought I would be so much more tempted in a lot of ways, but I think I just really needed that break. And now I'm feeling really excited about getting back into sharing daily life. There's a lot of things that I'm wanting to change on when I'm gonna be on my phone. Basically, I'm going to be limiting my time until when my kids are having their rest time, when they're going down for their quiet time. That is when I'm gonna use time to work on my phone and to be on there. And other times I'll check it in the morning, do what I need to do after I have breakfast, not checking it first thing. I'm hoping to put it down at least an hour before I go to bed at night, so I'm not looking at it right before I go to sleep. I'm hoping that these boundaries that I'm going to be setting for myself are going to be very beneficial for me. And I've also decided that I will be deleting the app on the weekends. So I will not be on social media on the weekends, just to give myself that space to just be truly at peace and to not be on there, and just to be present in the moment when we can have some really great family time. So that is kind of where I'm at right now. I'm feeling like this was one of the best things that I could have done for myself. I am really looking forward to possibly taking weeks off again in the future if I feel like I'm feeling, you know, burnt out, if I'm feeling like just a bit exhausted when it comes to being creative or just with work stuff, and realizing that it is okay. And it's just wild to see just the changes I've seen in myself this past week. And going into re-uploading it tomorrow, just taking that new perspective and going into that, I'm feeling very excited. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm gonna end it on day 6 here, and looking forward to starting fresh again tomorrow. Okay, so it is day number 7. I am just about to reinstall Instagram and Facebook back onto my phone, and I wanted to show you an update for my screen time. So my average screen time, like I said, was close to 3.5 to 4 hours of basically Instagram per day. And I'm gonna check it right now on what it's been for this past week. Right now, a daily average is an hour a day, and a lot of that is actually just me FaceTiming different people in my life instead of using social media to connect. Yeah, that's so crazy. Like even today alone, I only have used my phone for 17 minutes this entire day. And that's wild to me. That's so crazy. But my daily average usage on my phone is down 70% from last week, which is absolutely amazing to me. And I can definitely see the benefits of me stepping away from social media for an entire week. I really appreciate you guys coming on this journey with me, as I wanted to challenge myself in this area in my life. And I felt like it definitely was so beneficial for me. If you're wanting to do a social media break as well, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions regarding anything, I'd love to answer them. I really hope that this video was insightful to you, and maybe it gives you the push that you need to take a bit of a break from social media too. Again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.